Hey guys, this is Constance with Charming Custom Crafts, and I promised that I would do a quick project, which I sat and I was messing around after a quick break from everything. Let me flip my light back on. I know that they have some of this stuff out. If you were watching the last video when I intro, there's an introduction video, and then I went live here on YouTube to how to do a basic setup of the machine if you have never used one, and explained a little bit of the differences. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to push my machine back for just a minute. I'm going to bring out the capture mat is what they call this. They have it for both machine, actually all of their machines. So again, you guys know it is sticky. I keep that to cover it up. And remember, sometimes it can be too sticky when you get a new mat. So this is what I suggest you do. Is it, as much as you want it sticky, you don't want it so sticky that the paper will tear to the mat. And we're going to design a little basic setup. I was sitting there playing with the canvas with the app. I have played with it online and with the computer, but I have not got a chance to until the last video start to mess with it. So you guys got a chance to see that. So if you want it to be stickier and it's new, you can put it out in the sun to gum it up a little bit. So I'm just going to put a basic sheet of paper in here that's red. This is basic cardstock that you can get in the packs, like when Michael's and Joann's has them for 4 for $10 or 5 for $10. They're about $2.50 a piece to $4, and it's not perfectly lined, but it doesn't really matter. And of course, as I shared before, what you do is to set it up, we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit this button by putting it in. So I'm going to go up a little bit. I'm in a very uncomfortable chair. I need to go to IKEA and get me another chair. I have this one that I use at my dirty desk, and I say that because I do a lot of the dirty projects there. Okay, and I'm going to hit this button over here that tells you how to load the machine. And it will load and calibrate it. And I bent the corner, so we are going to push that down a little bit and reload. Now it'll calibrate it with the sides and the top. So the machine is ready to go here. I'm going to show you real quick with and I'm going to kind of push this over to the side just a little bit. Only because I want to show you how to do it. A quick project with if you're designing on the canvas and the web browser. And if it's too bright here, let me see if I can just do it alone with the so this is the browser on my iPad. So I'm going to actually go over to the side here, and you can hit this. Wait a minute, let me go back. This will give you options like your projects that have you done online, and you transfer it over, and then you can go back and forth. I'm going to actually do a couple of these because I actually have some that are saved from when I first started. So I'm going to just go to the logo section. And I'm going to click on, come on, it'll come up. So I was having a little fun with it, and I decided to do Home Sweet Home, which home is on here. So I'm going to hit home, and then I'm going to hit home again. It should be 2 of them, and if it's not, we can go back and put another one in, and then sweet is down here. So I was playing with this, so I'm going to put this back over to the side, and I'm going to pull these down. So you can see that I have 3 of them. So I was having a little bit of fun. So I'm going to pull this one down that I'm not using quite yet because I'm going to connect them. I mean, you can obviously use the text format, and I am going to pull the suite up. Come on, little guy. It's okay. Go back. Okay, and I'm going to kind of overlay it a little bit. Let me pull that up. I kind of like the idea of kind of swirling it around. I'm trying to make it bigger and larger. I like the swirl idea around the O, and it's still connected. You still see the heart. You could still see the words. Now I'm going to bring up the other home. And we're going to cut this out. This is going to be fun. I'm just trying to see where I want this. Because I want the open areas on this viewable. I'm just adjusting it the way I want it here, guys. It went up too high when I let my finger go. Okay, if you can see that it is adjusted the way that I want it. So I'm going to go down here to this down here, and it says select an object. And we're going to hit that. And if you see down here, you're going to see fill in the area of the outline. And then you're going to hit the fill color. And we're just going to go black because it's not going to matter unless you're coloring it. So I have that. You don't even have to group it, but we will group it. And we're going to go ahead and fill that in here. Do the same thing. I'm going to go up here, hit that one. And we're going to fill that one in. Do it with black. Like I said, the color doesn't really matter because of the fact that I'm cutting it in color paper. And then I'm going to click it again. See if it'll let me group. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I did the wrong thing. I'm going to go down here and I'm going to hit edit. And we're going to edit the project. And now we're going to go where you can see that they're outlined. Okay, I could do that again. Go back to edit. And you can see the edit here. Now I'm going to go back down to the triple line down here. And then we're going to edit again. And now I'm going to group it. Now it's all grouped together as one piece. So now I can go, if it'll let me here, let me make it bigger and smaller so they are one piece. And I do have an 8.5 by 11 on the mat. So I'm only going to do, if I'm doing a layout, I'm going to go say about 7 inches, but it's about 6 if I really want to do it. We're going to go just over 6, so it's a lot easier now. It may look very tiny here, but when it cuts out on the mat, you're going to see it. So I'm going to go down to where it says the 3 lines, and it says download project, edit, view, premium. I'm going to go ahead and download, and it should pop up. I'm going to tap on this window. Now it's going to go ahead and send it, and you're going to hear it click, so give me a second and I'll pull it back. The paper's coming off because it's sticking underneath my holder for my my laptop. So I'm going to put this back on so you can see better. So now you don't close this window so you guys can see that. Now I'm just going to go, I mean, you can pull it down and do it different ways. It's just easier for me to do this. And I'm going to go hit load data. See if I can get the glare off. And it's going to pop up here. You can hear it on the machine. It's connected to the machine. And you're going to see it already on here. So all I got to do is go down to the operation that I choose. I am going to cut it, hit done. Now it's calibrating the machine to what exactly I want it to do. And then I'm going to hit start. And it's going to cut. Corner came up again. Now again, if you use your computer, you'll have a lot more options with your other software. But this is a quick way of doing some of the designs that you would like to do. Now this isn't thick cardstock at all. Okay, it was sticking to the start. It does it all the time. So I'm going to pop this out. You never know how this is going to cut. And if it will cut in lines, I don't know if I correctly did the difference. So I can now cut this in different lettering, let me put this way. I can now cut it in different paper, and I'll have the automatic. If I do a solid and merge it all together, which I will, then if I wanted to do different colors, this is how it's going to work this way. And I have all the pieces here. Where's my little spatula? And we're going to go up here and we're going to pop these off. So now if I go and get, and I probably should, you can see how precise it'll cut these little heart pieces. And I'm going to stick those over there because there's a little extra pieces because that's part of home. These are extra pieces here that I don't need, and you can see where the cut lines will get on it. You can see here. It's going to happen. You can, it's got little fibers of paper in it. So there's not a whole lot you can do with everything, unfortunately. And that's the reason why you have to clean your mats every so often. So I've got the other home here that's going to automatically go underneath. And then all of this here is just garbage. It's trash. If you have a fireplace, I highly suggest that you take your itty-bitty scrap papers. And it's probably going to get loud because I think my husband just got home from picking up my son. He was nice enough. We got a bully at his work that's getting fired tonight. So it's so sad how people treat people with disabilities. It really is. And being the parent, you try not to overstep anymore, and you have to, especially at his age. But so now we got him in different sections of cutting. Let me go grab. The dogs will probably bark at me, and I'll talk to you guys as I go. This is where you can do different layers. You already now have the layer, so I went ahead and cut it. So when I put another piece of paper in it, and I set it to be solidified for one piece, that will be my back section, and then I can just tape on, or not tape on, move on what pieces I want different colors. I have so much people, not so much people, but I don't have a lot of people nowadays. Because I'm doing the than the colored papers. It's because it is technically craft paper. So I am going to come over here, and I know you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys are still with me. Let me double check if you guys are still with me. Yeah, you guys are still with me. And the ones that are with me, thank you. I'm going to put the red over to the side, and I'm going to leave this here because those are my pieces that I can paper piece with, which is amazing because I love paper piecing. So I'm going to go back to, I think that's my husband. Pretty sure. He got me a truck. It's not new, but that's fine because I've had new trucks, but I wanted a big bad boy, so. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and stick it down. You just rub it down, and I suggest you go from the top to the bottom, and then top to the bottom so you get no bubbles in it. And I had the edge that caught up at the top because I didn't have it down far enough. Now, I'm going to load this in just a minute, but I want to go back to the Scan and Cut Design mobile app. And I'm shutting the door because I know the dogs are going to go ballistic. And they're starting. So I'm going to go back to the software here. And hopefully you can see what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to go back to exactly what we were working on. And I'm going to click out of that because we're not going to transfer that. Now we're going to go ahead. And we are going to try to, again, we're going to edit. And we're going to, it just keeps pulling away from me. I'm going to make sure that it is one solid piece. I see this is something new, order flip, because you can flip it. These things are so fun using the softwares. And again, I worry that people are afraid. Is that separated again? Okay, this one's one solid piece. Go back and merge it again. So I'm not going to get it the same. That's fine. So you guys can see that if you, I don't know, I'm going to do this a little bigger so you guys can see it. It's a little bit harder. It's not going to be the same, but if you go ahead and group it together, you'll have pieces that you can do, obviously, in paper piecing. I'm going to put this one up here. Try to get it to go out a little bit. I'm busy. Yes, I am recording, Jeff. And then I got this other one. That's why you guys can see it a little bit bigger. I was worried that you guys weren't seeing it so well. I'm trying to do it to where you can still see the lettering and still see what I'm doing. And the one thing about down here is you can actually see how big it is and zoom it in and out with your finger. See, you can see that I can zoom it out with my finger here, and it's not liking me. There we go. Come on back to me. Come on back. Oh yeah. Sensitive. Oh, where'd it go? It's there somewhere. Hello. There's my little friend. Where'd you go? Oh, seriously disappeared. That's okay. We can start it again. That way for those who aren't... I don't like split window. There we go. Shoot. I don't like doing it when you're doing finger stuff. Okay, we're going to go back to logo. Yeah. Back to logo. You can see the little line at the top. So if you wanted to merge things, I think I'm probably making it too complicated in the time that I need to show you some things. I'm going to go ahead and just do this one. It's super simple. It says girl. So we're going to converge it over. We can do the red and we can do the, I can do that. I don't want to complicate things, and I think I am. So if you were to do like cowgirl, and you wanted the words to be two different areas and two different fonts. See, I think that still might be a bit big. Merging them might be too much for you guys. You want to stay within the red line. If it'll move it for me. There we go. Hold it down. Okay, so now I'm going to go and I'm going to put this back to reverse, and I'm going to go to text. Where it says text. And I am going to pick a font. There is some built in, obviously. I am going to put, we're going to do cowgirl, but oh, there we go. That's a good one. Okay. Move that over. And we're going to put cow. Okay, we got girl. Cow. Like cowabunga. Okay. I think it probably did it twice, which it did. Just go down here and erase it. We're going to pull that down. Pull this up. And we're just going to, where'd it go? Stop moving. I'm going to put this up here. Take this one. You guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to put the other one right here. Because I think I was complicating the other one too much for you guys. That's just the ones that are built in and the way you can text. So I'm going to turn around because I think it's funny. I think the way it's set up is funny on this. And I'm going to go back down to download. Because when you get into paper piecing, if you've never done it, it can get complicated. So it's already on there. It's ready to transfer. And you're going to hear the machine. But I don't want to put that to a full transfer yet. So so let me pull it over here. I'm going to put my lettering over for later on those. I keep all my lettering even if I don't need it at the moment, or I have extras or test cuts or stress cuts, and then leftover lettering, say I change my mind on full lettering. So I'm going to set it, and I'm going to go ahead and hit the button over here to set the mat back in place, and it's got to calibrate it. And of course it just calibrated. So I'm going to open up my my app, and since I still have that window open, we're going to hit load data, and you can hear it clicked on the machine. Okay, and you're going to see it pop up, and I'm going to hit select and go to cut, hit done. You're going to see it pop up here. And the greatest thing about this is I don't have to press anything but right here. So you're going to see it kick in. I didn't press the corner down good enough. I'm here doing the video instead of paying attention to pressure. Not a huge deal. Glue on the table, sticking on it. The reason why I cut girl first, because it was the first one that I put on the online mat. That's the reason why I cut girl first. Now if I would have put cow first, it would have been it would have cut it first. So we're going to unload the mat. It's unloaded. I'm going to put this up for a second so we're going to see this. Next time I will get into more of grouping. And like I said, the Canvas app is just so that you can cut it. So you're going to see that this came off perfectly. And you're going to see the lettering here. Now I can pop that one off. Pop that one off. Put those over for other projects. It could be a nose for something. You can see why I like the plastic one, because it's not harsh on the mat. Now this is all one piece. Now I can reuse these pieces for other things if I want. I like keeping paper pieces. And then I have a heart over there. So if I were to put this, say, on the red sheet that I was working on earlier, to show you home, sweet home. Now that was blacked in, like if I were to draw it out. That's the reason why it cut in pieces like that. So if I wanted to do cowgirl, or I can put it up here, and I can do it any way that I would like. Now remember, you can make your own stencils this way, as well as emboss this. You can emboss this the way it is. So there you go. I mean, it gives you many options, and I just did the text and picked out a font. I wrote it out, or typed it out, or however you want to say it, on an iPad. And then I took a basic logo that was already there. So it cut it out without me even touching a computer. So that's the difference with the 350, CM350, that you can use the app with this and design it. Though if you want to get into more intricate different fonts and things, you will need your computer, because of the fact the format's different, and the Brother Scan and design software, Canvas online is used for their machines. But again, Shortcuts a lot, and then some other, like Adobe and Microsoft. I'm trying to think of the other ones. There's a couple different ones that people use out there, but it is convertible, and you can use SVGs downloaded to your computer and then transfer it over to your machine, or you can transfer it over to your app, but you cannot download SVGs on your mobile devices. Not quite yet. We're not at that point yet. Though I think that this will open up the door for so many other things. So I'm sitting here trying to play around, because a lot of stuff I already know. It's just basically figuring out exactly where they go. I have not, I'm sorry, I'm so tired. I have not yet quite used the emboss yet. The marker one and pen one I have not. So so if I'm using by chance a, I could put this over. I can probably pull out the pen if I wanted to. But you would put the pen cartridge in, and you can easily go to, let me pull this in a little bit so you guys can see it and turn off the light because it can be so glary. If I, and this is preset right now, if I place, it says please select. It is, I had it at cut. If I wanted to draw it, it's going to calibrate the machine. Once I hit done. Okay, so it already has that on it, so you would put the universal cartridge in it for markers, universal pen marker, pen holder, and you would load the paper just like you would before, any type of paper. If you want a different color, you can do that, and then you just hit start, and then it will go in and color it. So it's kind of like your own personal stamping machine to a point. So if you already have an image that you have stamped by chance on something you wanted, so you would design it in here, and this is where the capturing comes in with this software, because you can actually capture it, leave it in place, and then take your design, because it's already going to be matted. You'll know exactly where it's at. It'll pull up, and you'll be able to bring in you know, like the format of us doing cow and girl, and then just put that in as, because your image will be there. It'll be saved exactly where it's at, and then you can take this and put over your like stamped image or whatever image that you may have, and it will just draw it above it. So it's almost like a personalized alpha stamp for verbs and phrases. So it's pretty cool. Like I said, it does have built-in ones. I can say that the canvas has a lot more shapes. It has a lot more of diversity on fonts compared to the machine that I had. The 500, I don't know if it's 500 or 550, that they came out with last year. It did have a lot more on it. The Brother CM350, which is what I have and I'm selling here, has more, a little bit less, but more than the other machines out there. I love that. I if somebody buys it, I'm gonna leave. I don't have it on right now. I will leave whatever I think would be not overlaying on what I have designed already in by scanning it and playing with it. If you guys have seen my projects and my videos, you would know about them. So as I continue to play, so I will leave those on there for anybody who buys it, so that you guys can take it off if you want, because you can erase software in there. Or images. I tend to keep my favorite ones in a file that I can always scan it back in for that particular machine. So it's up for sale, as you guys know if you've been watching. Go ahead, research the 350 and last video where I set it up. In the first live video that's over an hour long, you will hear more of what I've added to it. It's going to be one heck of a bundle for somebody. But if you have any questions, of course, you can email me at charmingcustomcrafts@yahoo.com. Same as the YouTube channel here. It's one word, and then you put @yahoo.com behind it. I am also on Facebook and Instagram. I am trying to catch up on my Instagram. I have a couple days here that I need to put up. 2, and I'll have a third one tonight, because I put a share up on the page. I highlight somebody every day, any kind of project, any kind of hobby. And then I am caught up from now, or minus the last couple of days, up until February 1st, but I have from January to February of last year to catch up. So I'll be posting those, but I know Instagram's not real happy with me posting so many, because I don't like to group it. Anyway, so I have this done to show you, and again, when you're using and wanting them to cut separately, if you're uncomfortable or not quite ready to use the grouping, you can just multi-cut this in different layers and piece it together that way. I have done it both ways depending on what I want to do. You can see where it will go together. It's kind of fun. Where'd it go? It's not liking me. I think my nail's broken, so So if you guys, where'd I go to? Where did I get it at? It's like right here. And then, home sweet home. Because the E. I moved it into that. See, I'm having a little too much fun with this machine tonight. Can you tell? I like my new machine. Actually, it's over more because I had the O inside of it. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, it was over like this. I don't have the format exactly how I had it before, but so I had a little fun with it. Again, you can piece it together in different colors, and that's without grouping. This is also without grouping. This is with, I should turn the light back on now. My iPad went off. This is without grouping. This one is built into the canvas. The texting is, but you can personalize the texting. And then, of course, you can put it together. It's not grouped yet. I do not want to overwhelm some of the people. Some people who already know about the canvas will know how to do it. But for those that are new, I don't want to overwhelm you. But I wanted to show you by filling it in that you can see as you're trying to do a project without showing the lines so your eyes don't flip out yet. But I will share how to group it together another time. But I wanted to go ahead and show a project real quick that you guys would enjoy. So I got a cowgirl. I may not use it right now, but now I will put it in my little folder of extras. If not, I got the word cow and I got the word girl. And I think it's super cute. This is built in. This is one of the ones, and I've used this before. Of course, you guys can see what I used one of their built-in font and put cow. So if I put this over, this is so cute, isn't it? I have used this on glitter paper, at black glitter, a paper with black glitter scattered on it, and then like high heels. It came out really cute. I don't think I ever shared that project, but I told you I have so much. My scrapbooks are not. I haven't even begun yet. You guys think I have? I haven't even started. I'm working on it. Like I said, I have probably a half a dozen layouts sitting here. Oh, a couple dozen cards, knitting projects. I have a bum load. I know I keep telling everybody that. I don't put up videos all the time at one time because I know a lot of you get annoyed by me. So I don't want to over annoy people, and I know that when I do, people leave. It's just because, like I said, that I have people on Facebook that also share, so I don't always put all my videos up at one time. But when I do, it's because I'm behind. Like I have, I think 3. I have 1 videoed already. I just haven't videoed the other 2, but that one falls behind it. So I try to keep them in order. So that's a pretty quick, easy lesson for y'all if you like it. Super easy. If it's easy for you to fill in to be able to see it, it'll paper piece that is not grouped yet. This is a built-in design to the canvas. This isn't text inside the canvas, but I typed it out for it to go. It did cut this one first because I did lay that one down first on the mat. You know, the mat. And then I put the cow in up at the top. If I'd have put the girl up at the top and then the cow below, it would have looked more like it was in order. So if you have any questions, again, email me at charmingcustomcrafts@yahoo.com or catch me over here or over here to leave a comment. Again, I'm on Facebook and Instagram and, of course, here on YouTube. It is now Thursday night, July 13th of 2017. I will continuously try to put up videos. If you have any requests, again, don't hesitate. Night, guys.